It's unlike any other railroad station in the world.
People here in Cincinnati don't even realize what a treasure we have.
Cincinnati's Union Terminal is located in the city's now largely industrial Queensgate neighborhood. Opened in 1933, the West Side Union Terminal served as a rail transit node along the Ohio River, providing freight and passenger rail service until 1973. This area was ravaged by massive highway and freeway construction during the post-World War II era, losing the majority of its residents and resultant neighborhood character. What was once a vibrant neighborhood is now nearly devoid of any serious population size. After a period of tenant disarray, the building now houses the Cincinnati Museum Center, which is comprised by multiple occupants of various academic and societal interests. Furthermore, passenger rail service was revived in the early 1990s through Amtrak's expansion. While minuscule compared to the golden age of passenger rail travel, Amtrak still offers service twice a week, albeit at inopportune hours. Most importantly, the Union Terminal was never demolished. It remained a shining reminder of the neighborhood's past glory and marks an important milestone in the historical architecture, conservation, and preservation.
Cincinnati had 5 widely dispersed stations downtown, none of which were great, and several of which flooded annually. We were known as having some of the worst rail facilities in the country. So that's what led to this building.
They pulled down Bald Knob up here on the hill, built a railroad, and brought 7,700 gondola loads of dirt down here to fill this in up to Freeman Avenue.
Vinald Rice created the largest collection of non-religious murals ever in one place. Instead of putting tile on the dome and so on, they painted it. And that gave it this outlandish, what I call Yahoo Art Deco appearance that you just don't find at any other station. The Union Terminal was scheduled for dedication on the 31st of March.
The Union Terminal, opened in 1933, experienced a disruption of the rail service, and including freight passenger, in 1937 due to the Cincinnati Great Flood. In 1944, ridership hit a peak due to the activities of World War II and the economic boom which it brought to the United States. During the 50s and 60s, growth began to slow. This was due to the interstate highway system, which not only affected Cincinnati, but also many cities across the United States. In 1963, the Cincinnati Planning Commission received a few alternate use reports on how best to adapt to the changing times and how to harness the power of the Union Terminal.
A little street called Hopkins Street, which is right around the corner from it, you know. And so we could just go over there and go to the restaurants. When I got somewhere between 20 and 21, I actually became a busboy at Gateway Restaurant. And then I became a waiter. Now, become a waiter is where you make a lot more money. For thousands of low-income people both black and white. That was a very important element in their life, and it made it much richer.
From 1968 to 1970, the Cincinnati Science Museum was one of the occupants within the terminal. A black day, October 28th, 1972, passenger rail halts in the Union Terminal. In 1975, after a wide campaign, the city of Cincinnati purchases the Union Terminal. In 1980, a shopping center opens inside the terminal. This was anchored by 2 department stores and at least 40 other retail offerings, including apparel, beauty products, and food. In 1982, the Museum of Health, Science, and Industry opens in the Union Terminal due to a subsequent shutdown of the shopping center. In 1986, there was a Hamilton County bond levy approval to allocate funds in the preservation and conservation of the terminal. In 1990, the terminal was finally transitioned to a museum complex. Surprisingly, in 1991, diminished passenger rail service returns due to Amtrak's expansionary plans. 1991 saw the grand opening and majestic marvel of the Union Terminal. 1995, there was a few museum mergers and consolidations. And soon after, the Synergy Children's Museum opens inside the building. Throughout the 2000s, a few museums came and went, but most importantly, $228 million renovation occurred from 2016 to 2018. Again, in 2018, Amtrak destaffed the station, leaving service running, but with no agents to check tickets or luggage. In 2019, a Holocaust Memorial Museum opened up inside the terminal before seeing a restaffing of Amtrak agents.
Showed the football stadium out here where the fountain is. This was sort of a convention center, and
was the grandest of them all. Save the Union Terminal from the wrecking ball and chain. Life without them railroad blues would never be the same. Save the Union Terminal, save yourself a friend, so the mind's eye of your children can still see.
That shopping mall was a failure.
there was a poster that I'll never forget, and it showed the facade of the terminal, major parts of which were missing. And it was just kind of like a ruin type of representation. And all it said on the poster was, when it's gone, it's gone.
It's a wonderful place to spend a day. You can easily spend an entire day at a museum, many museums. Your children, most of the time, don't even realize they're learning while they're there.